everyone. Welcome to Flow with Erin. I'm Erin, and today I have a quick post-run recovery for you. So when you're ready, go ahead and join me on the mat in a standing position. You may be all nice and sweaty from a run. We're going to take a couple moments to stretch it out and recover. So go ahead and inhale, bring the arms all the way up overhead, and exhale to swan dive down into a forward fold. You can keep a nice generous bend in the knees here, just hanging here like a rag doll, so you can grasp the elbows, maybe rock side to side, whatever feels good for you. Just letting everything go, feeling the heaviness of the body as you hang here. And then when you're ready, plant the hands, and we're going to step the right foot back and lower the knee for a low lunge. So left foot is forward, right is back. And we're lunging it forward here. And make sure to hug the legs into the midline. And if you'd like, you can rise up with the arms, or you can keep them lowered and planted either on the ground or some blocks for support. And we're going to take a few deep breaths in and out here, just really feeling the stretch in the hips. Good, and then bring the hands down. We're going to point that left toe up towards the ceiling for half split. And I'm not sitting all the way back here on my heel. My hips are still lifted. We're just feeling this nice hamstring stretch here. Taking a few deep breaths in and out. So in my pre-run series, we rock back and forth to open up and activate. This one, we're really stretching the muscles for recovery, so breathing deeply in and out here, holding these poses. And when you feel complete, rock it on forward. We're going to do one more on this side. So from your low lunge, we're going to bring that left foot in and the knee down. So your knee will come down next to the left hand for a pigeon pose. And then we'll straighten back in that right leg, lowering the hips down onto the ground, making sure that we're squaring towards the front. You may use a little bit of like a blanket or a block for support under that left hip. If it doesn't quite reach the ground, you can bring the ground up to you. And if you'd like, you can take a little fold forward in this, or you can keep your chest raised up. Just breathing in and out here in this pigeon, feeling that release in the legs, the glutes. And then when you're ready, curl the right toes under, and we'll bring the left leg back through a tabletop, and we're going to switch. So from tabletop, your right foot comes forward into our low lunge. Find your foundation here first, so strong in the legs, hugging them into the midline. And then if you'd like, you can lift the arms up for a few deep breaths in and out. Really lunging forward, feeling that opening in the hips. This should feel really good after a nice run or a hike even. All right, and then when you're ready, plant the hands, and we'll just point that right toe up towards the sky, to the ceiling, for a nice little hamstring stretch. A few deep breaths in and out here, releasing any tension you may feel. And then when you're complete, rock it on forward, and we're going to lift that right leg up, bring that leg parallel to the front of the mat. So down on the mat, your whole leg, your knee comes just by the right hand, and straighten that back left leg for pigeon. Deep breaths in and out. Again, option to fold over if you would like, or you can keep it high today like I am. Just take what your body needs. Good. And then you can go ahead and just come out of this. I'm going to just bring my left leg forward and swing it around because we're going to head to our backs. And if you have a strap or anything that you can use as a strap, if you have that handy, that's going to be really useful for you here. Or you can just hold your leg without a strap, but we're going to recline and use the strap to do some more stretches with the legs. So starting with the left leg, so we'll lay the right leg out long, and left leg is going to come up overhead, and you can use that strap to grab around the foot, and just pull that leg gently in towards the body here to start. So a nice stretch here. You should feel it in the hamstring. Take some deep breaths in and out. And then we're going to let that left leg fall all the way out to the left side, opening up in that hip, holding on to that strap if you have it, or holding on somewhere on the leg or the foot if you don't have a strap. Just as far as you can stretch it out comfortably, feeling that nice opening. For a few deep breaths in and out. And then when you're done, bring it back through center. And we're going to bring the left leg all the way over to the right this time, feeling a nice little twist. You can hold it off the ground, or you can let the foot fall to the ground. Good. And then bring it back to center, and we're going to switch the feet. So you can bring your right leg up into the strap. Let the left leg come out long. And just gently pull that right leg in. Feel that nice stretch in the leg. For a few nice deep breaths in and out. And when you're ready, go ahead and open that right leg up to the side, to the right. Nice opening in the hip here. For a few deep breaths in and out. And then bring it back up through center and over to the other side. So right leg comes over to the left for a nice twist. All right, when you're complete, bring it back up. You can go ahead and release the strap. Let the legs come out long. You can take a little mini shavasana here if you would like. So just resting the whole body in corpse pose on the ground, letting go of any tension. Maybe still sweating a little bit from your run. So if you are ready to wrap up and move on with your day, just breathe here for a couple moments, letting go, and then when you're ready, you can roll over to your side and push back up through to a seated position. I'm going to breathe the arms up overhead, bringing the hands together and down to heart center. Thank yourself for taking the time to stretch. I know sometimes we want to just move on and get on with our day, but it's really helpful, especially after a workout or a run. And I want to thank you all for allowing me to guide you in this short practice. I'll see you again next time.